So, as you all know that we were in previous video we were discussing about some important derivation regarding intensity of electric field. Just now today we are going to discuss new chapter Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem. In Gauss theorem, before we study Gauss theorem, we should know about some technical points like area vector. As we all know that area, when we very easily we can say any surface have area. When some area is multiplied with unit vector perpendicular to it, some area is multiplied with unit vector perpendicular to it, then we get vector that is known as area vector. Unit vector means the vector whose magnitude is 1. Any vector whose magnitude is 1. Unit vector is only utilized for direction. Unit vector is only utilized for the direction. So, when we multiply a area of a surface with unit vector perpendicular to it, then we get area vector. So area vector A equal to area A into unit vector. I hope everybody understand. Now, after area vector, we are coming at other technical point that is known as solid angle. Before we discuss about solid angle, I like to tell you, as you all know, if you have a circle, right? You have a circle and you take any part of the circle that makes an angle at the center of a sphere, that is known as plane angle. As you know, if you take any part of circle you know, you have seen ring, bangle, right? So any circle, any part makes an angle at the center, that is known as plane angle. The unit of plane angle is radian. Now, for solid angle, if we instead of circle, we take a sphere. Sphere like ball. So any part of sphere makes an angle at the center of sphere, that is known as solid angle. Again I want to repeat this. Any part of sphere, कोई sphere है, उसका कोई part मतलब कोई छोटा सा पोर्शन, उसके सेंटर पे जो एंगल बनाता है, that is known as solid angle. Any part of sphere makes an angle at the center of sphere, that is known as solid angle, that is represented by d omega. D omega equal to dA upon r square. D omega equal to dA upon r square. What is dA? Area is the area. What area? Area of some part of sphere. D, here I like to tell you, D stands for, we mostly utilize in case of differentiation. There are two terms which are very common, differentiation and integration. Differentiation means you divide something in small part. When we differentiate between persons, this person is Bengali, this person is Madrasi, this in this way, na? That is differentiation. So similarly, differentiation means when we break something in a small portion. So here we take in a small area of a sphere, that is dA. So and radius of sphere is r. So solid angle dA equal to d omega equal to dA upon r square. D omega means small. Where d is utilized, it means small. Due to small area, a small angle is d omega. Small angle is d omega. D omega equal to dA upon r square. As you know, if a dA becomes equal to r square, then d omega will become r square upon r square means 1. Means 1. What is meaning of 1? This is unit. Unit of solid angle is steradian. As I told, unit of plane angle is radian. Unit of solid angle is steradian. So, any part of sphere area becomes equal to the radius of square, then the angle subtended by that is 1 steradian. 1 steradian. Steradian is the unit of solid angle. Again I am repeating, any part of sphere area is equal to the square of radius of sphere. जो रेडियस है स्क्वायर की उसका स्क्वायर किसी भी एरिया के अगर इक्वल है, इन दैट कंडीशन एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय दैट इज नोन एज 1 स्टेरेडियन. Steradian is the unit of solid angle. But in some conditions, that area is not perpendicular to the center. That area is not perpendicular. You taken an area is inclined at an angle theta. Area is inclined at angle theta. Area जो है perpendicular से theta angle बना रहा. That is making angle theta. So what we taken? We taken a perpendicular area. The angle between both of them, this area and this area is theta. You see here, this line, and this line. What they are making? These three lines are making a right angle triangle. These three lines are making a right angle triangle which have this angle theta, and as you all know, the side in front of theta is always taken as perpendicular. The side in front of theta is always taken as perpendicular. This is base and this is hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. So, what hypotenuse is given? This is given dA. You have to find out base. What is relation? Pandit, Badri, Prasad, Har, Bole. This is from trigonometry. You all know perpendicular upon hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse, perpendicular upon hypotenuse means sin theta. Base upon hypotenuse means cos theta. So here what relation between base and hypotenuse? So cos theta equal to base upon hypotenuse. So base equal to hypotenuse cos theta. It means what is hypotenuse? dA. So this is dA cos theta. So that's why this is dA cos theta. This is dA cos theta. Now how much angle? Now d omega equal to dA cos theta upon r square. This is formula for solid angle. When surface is not perpendicular, that is making an angle with the perpendicular surface. The perpendicular surface से कोई surface theta angle बना रही. In that condition, solid angle is d omega equal to dA cos theta upon r square. I hope it is clear to you all. Now after this, just now we are discussing, we are not going for directly to Gauss theorem. Very first you should understand technical term. First technical term, area vector. What is area vector? Any area is multiplied with unit vector perpendicular to it, that is known as area vector. Right? After that, I told solid angle, any sphere, any part of sphere makes an angle at the center of sphere, that is known as solid angle. Solid angle d omega equal to dA upon r square. If dA equal to r square, then d omega. What is unit of solid angle? Steradian. I hope it is clear to you all. Now I am going to discuss few other terms like electric flux. Electric flux. I hope you all know what are electric line of force. electric flux. What is electric flux? Before we go for electric flux, you should know what are electric line of force. Electric line of force are those smooth imaginary curves. Electric line of force are those smooth imaginary curves drawn inside the electric field along which unit positive test charge moves. अगर आप you are in electric field, suppose that here is a charge, you are in their electric field. What is electric field? Space around the charge where their electric force can be experienced. किसी भी चार्ज के चारों तरफ का वो स्पेस जिसमें उसका इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस होता है, दैट इज नोन एज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. So if you take another test charge near to it, then it move on a definite path. Then it will move on a definite path. These are known as electric line of force. Electric line of force due to positive charge always outward, and due to negative charge these are always inward. Right? Inward. Due to positive charge electric line of force always outward. Outward मतलब बाहर के लिए. Right? Outward. Due to negative charge electric line of force always coming toward the charge. Right? But always remember electric line of force never comes inside the conductor, always at the surface of conductor. So these are electric line of force. Electric line of force are those smooth imaginary curves, not real, drawn inside the electric field along which unit positive test charge moves. Now we are going to discuss about electric flux. What is electric flux? You see here, the number of electric line of force passing perpendicular to a plane is known as electric flux linked with that plane. किसी भी प्लेन के जो परपेंडिकुलर इलेक्ट्रिक लाइन ऑफ फोर्स पास होती हैं, दैट इज नोन एज इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स लिंक्ड विद दैट प्लेन. सपोज दैट दिस प्लेन्स एरिया इज A, intensity of electric field is E. Then what you are going to write for electric flux? Phi E equal to EA. EA. E intensity of electric field, A area. Right? Phi equal to EA. Just now I like to show you something else, then you understand better. Suppose that in this case I shown all the electric line of force are passing perpendicular to the plane, but it is not necessary that they all pass perpendicular to the plane. Maybe line of force are like moving like this, not perpendicular. Then what will you do? You will take perpendicular component. You will take perpendicular component, that is E cos theta. E cos theta. You all know component. You all know component. What are component? As I told, these are two axes. This is vector P. It is angle theta. So this must be P cos theta, and this must be P sin theta. Already I told. So similarly here two component. So here is this component, perpendicular component is E cos theta. Now what is electric flux now? Phi equal to E cos theta into A. So this can be written as vector A dot vector E. This is the dot product. E A cos theta. E A cos theta. So E dot A is known as electric flux. Electric phi equal to E dot A. This is electric flux linked with this plane. What is electric flux? Number of electric line of force passing perpendicular to a plane is known as electric flux linked with that plane. किसी भी प्लेन के परपेंडिकुलर जो इलेक्ट्रिक लाइन ऑफ फोर्स पास होती हैं वो उस प्लेन से रिलेटेड इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स कहलाता है. Phi E, when all are perpendicular, you can write like this. When these are making angle from perpendicular direction, then you write E cos theta. So E cos theta into A, E A cos theta. this can be written as E dot A. If you take electric flux d phi means small electric flux. Again I am repeating. D means differentiation. So then you can write E dot dA. Due to small area, small electric flux. Small electric flux. So what I told, electric flux means number of electric line of force passing perpendicular to a plane. Now the question is, what is unit of electric flux? What is unit of electric flux? Phi equal to EA. By this you can easily find out the unit of electric flux. What is the unit of intensity of electric field? Unit of intensity of electric field is Newton per Coulomb. And what is unit of area? Meter square. So Newton per Coulomb meter square. This can be written as Newton per Coulomb per meter square. This is unit for electric flux. Simple unit. Now after this, here I written Gauss theorem. What is Gauss theorem? That I like to tell you only today, and after that tomorrow we will derive. So just now, what is Gauss theorem? Here I like to tell you about Gauss theorem. If you are doing your 12th class by ISCSC, then you should know few things. Gauss theorem. According to Gauss theorem, electric flux passing through any closed surface, try to understand, electric flux passing through any closed surface is 1 upon epsilon times net charge enclosed by the surface. Electric flux, you can write in ICSC, if it comes in exam, if you write like this, Q net upon epsilon naught for Gauss theorem, in 1 mark if question comes, you will get 1 mark without writing theory. Otherwise, very first I told, electric flux through any closed surface. Electric flux through any closed surface. Electric flux through any closed surface is 1 upon epsilon times net charge or total charge. Either you utilize word net charge or total charge. Net charge enclosed by the surface. This can be written like this: E dot dA Q net upon epsilon. Here I shown this symbol for integration, and here I made this symbol. It means, what is meaning of this? For closed surface, electric flux to any closed surface is 1 upon epsilon times net charge enclosed by the surface. Right? So this is all about Gauss theorem today. Theoretically I told, derivation we will do in next video.